Hi everyone, this is Sureshkumar. I am going to present assignment INN331.2 and I have got my assignment partner HariGanesh with me. The problem area which we chose to discuss is change management. What is change management? Change management is a systematic approach to deal with changes. There are two perspectives, one is organization and other is individual. From an organizational perspective, change management means defining and implementing technologies to deal with the changes in the business environment and to profit from the changing opportunities. Next, coming to the challenges within the change management. Researches were conducted globally on the change management within an organization. This indicated that when it comes to managing changes, organizations are in a bit of crisis. Project managers in the organization face a lot of challenges, and some of them are clarity in scope of project, organizational priorities, and the final one is communication between the parties. Now, let us discuss about the first challenge, which is scope of the change. Project scope is a document which becomes the basis for future project decisions, including specific goals to be reached, deliverables to be delivered, and also the tasks and the cost. Many factors affect the scope of the project. Most importantly, estimation of time, cost, and the resource allocated to the project. Here, we could see various reasons for which estimations could go wrong. First, false analogies. Project estimates are based on historical data. This is fine as long as the historical data is identical to the one at the hand. Problem is, one rarely knows what is relevant and what isn't. Second, false precision. Project estimates are incorrect because they ignore the fact that certain quantities should be quantified by a range of numbers rather than point values. Coordination neglect. Every project has diverse tasks that needs to be integrated as and when it is required. Unfortunately, the time and effort needed for this integration is often overlooked. Too coarse-grained. Projects are made up of large modules, which in turn is made up of smaller modules. But the estimates are usually done for larger modules without considering the underlying smaller modules. All these have high impacts which might lead to either failure in change or increased budget and time.
Now, we'll discuss about the second challenge faced in change management, which is the organization priorities. Every organization has an economy which is ever changing in nature, and this leads to chaos in the organization priorities over the undertaken changes. This is one of the most frustrating experiences for a project manager. In a management perspective, these problems are referred to as strategically driven scope creep. Reasons for scope creep. Managing scope creep in a change management is a challenging job that needs clearly defined, documented and controlled specifications. There are various reasons which leads to scope creep. First, poor analysis of the requirements. Customers often are not clear on what they require. They only provide a vague idea of the requirements. This makes senior management to poorly analyze the exact need of the customers. Second, underestimating the complexity of the project. Most of the changes are new to an organization. No one knows what to expect and there are no previous lessons learned. This makes project managers to underestimate the complexity of the change. Third, lack of project planning. Always there is a default design followed for the project plan. Often, due to the flaw in this design, project managers tend to lose control over the changes. All these faults impact the change in a bad way. Communication is essential when managing changes. Communication is present everywhere in the change management process, between the project manager and the stakeholders, between project manager and the team, as well as in between the team members. When the change is undertaken by the organization, it is mostly a partnership with the business, and that partnership absolutely requires solid communication. Communication has very huge impact on the organization changes. Main causes of these impacts are difference in expectation. Project managers need to ensure that everyone associated with the project has a common set of expectation in terms of what to be delivered. Second, unsure about the state of the project. When different terms are involved in the change, people working are not really sure about what is the current status of the change. These causes will mislead the change. So far, we have seen the problems faced and the impacts on the change management. Now here comes the problem statement. How does a project manager strategically deals with the problems within the change management to reduce its impacts on the organization and develop an efficient change management process? To summarize, initially we discussed about the change management from various perspectives, followed by the problems faced within the change management, and then the impacts of those problems. Finally, we provided the problem statement and we'll focus on the future solution in the next assignment.